Desk.
Welcome to Sideline Spotlight. I'm Big Will Levinson. After a nice little appetizer of playoff football last night, boy, oh boy, we have got a full-course meal of postseason action in Tennessee tonight. Round one of the playoffs is wrapping up, and no one is more excited about the postseason than the folks up in Sale Creek. The Panthers are having their best season in history, 9-1, and for the first time ever, they hosted a playoff game. They host Innovation Academy out of Springfield, Tennessee, and boy, few teams have better run-out posters than the Panthers. And on this historic night, Sale Creek was looking to make a statement. How about the big bruising back out of the backfield, Hunter Fowler? Plenty of space. Quickly, Sale Creek strikes first. You know, the whole town was out in blue for this big playoff battle. But Fowler and the Panthers, yeah, they were far from done. Feeding off the crowd, Fowler says, "Feed me," muscling his way in for another score. Sale Creek, they just kept their foot on the gas. It's not just Fowler. How about Booker? Jason, that is. He scores. Fireworks on the field and fireworks in the sky. Sale Creek, that's history. Their first ever playoff win is domination for the Panthers, 39-0. And coming up a little later, Lily Butler will take a closer look at how Sale Creek's players and coaches help turn the program around. Now to the only team Sale Creek beat this season, South Pittsburgh. The Pirates, as usual, look like a legit title contender. They hosted winless Red Boiling Springs, and it went as expected. Caden Jones launching it deep to the sky, and back on the ground there for landing is Brandon Goldsmith. First play of the game. South Pitt is on the board. Scoreboard operator, hold tight. Pirates have just begun to light it up, and Dayon Cooper, all he does is light it up. Jogging about 20 yards before he scored. South Pitt is having fun. But the Pirates weren't just keeping that scoreboard busy on offense. Oh, no. They were doing it on the always important special teams as well. And Goldsmith, well, he didn't have much trouble on this return. He's only a junior, as is Cooper. South Pitt, they are young. And after a loss in the state title a year ago, they are hungry. All Pirates, all night. 58-0. To some scores, Meigs County domination, 45-8. Bradley Central gets a playoff victory, 31-20. Bledsoe County and Smith County, they are currently in a weather delay. The Tyner Rams have looked like one of the best teams in Chattanooga this season. They are coming off back-to-back shutout wins to close the regular season, and they tried to keep their momentum rolling tonight. They open the postseason against Watertown, and it's a historic night for the Rams. Tonight was their first game inside their brand new stadium. Boy, that field is looking nice and clean, as are these unis for Tyner and the Rams. We know what they can do on offense, but how about a play on defense? First play of the game, first play of the new stadium is an interception. Dion Edwards, that's how you welcome yourself to your new home, and this is too. Edwards doing it on both ends, capping off his pick with 6. And I'm telling you, folks, maybe this new stadium will bring some newfound defense for the high-flying Rams. Zarian Collins flies for this pick. First 2 defensive drives on the new field are interceptions for Tyner, and the first 2 offensive drives are touchdowns. Marion Daddle has another score. Watertown battle, but Tyner gets a win and advances 33-20. Unbeaten Boyd Buchanan welcoming Hope John Paul II for round 1. The Bucks hope to make a 3rd straight run to the title, and if they do, it'll be a lot of this guy. The Mr. Football Award semifinalist, David Green Jr., juked by 1, then did the rest for a touchdown run. But what I really love about Boyd, it's not just Green. It really doesn't matter who's toting the rock for the Bucks. They find success behind that O-line. Gerald Young this time does the honors. The Boyd rushing attack, it could not be stopped. Young, Green, and others having a day. All Boyd Buchanan, 42-17. Some scores, South Green, they take down Polk County 23-13. McMinn Central shutout victory over Pigeon Forge, 21-0. 62 points are on the board as we speak for MTS. It actually just went final. We were in a delay there. They played this game super late, but Chattanooga Grace, they fall 62-14. Still ahead, McCallie brings the postseason, looking to defend their state title. And wait till you see the wild first quarter that went down at Silverdale. Stay with us.
Sideline Spotlight is sponsored by Chattanooga Closet Compass. Is the TVFCU Sports Desk.
Welcome back. Defending champs McCallie entered the postseason as one of the best teams in the state. Despite their 2 losses, Big Blue is hitting their stride and playing their best ball at the right time. Max Preps ranks the Blue Tornado as the second best team in Tennessee. And if you've watched any of McCallie this year, you know the guy to look out for is number 1, Keyshawn Tabito. I'm sure Father Ryan knew that, but it simply did not matter. Keyshawn is just too quick. But Big Blue is a lot more than just one of Tennessee's top players. Tunnel screen to another one of the state's best, Loya Valade, and he's making it look easy. Yeah, a lot looked easy in this game for McCallie. Run game, pass game, whatever Coach Joel Bradford and his staff called, it worked. 28-0 after 1, 56-0 at the half, 59-20 after it was all said and done. Father Ryan outscores McCallie 20-3 in the second half, but Big Blue still wins by 39. They are on to round 2. Now to Silverdale. The Seahawks welcome in ECS out of Cordova, Tennessee, in this game wasted exactly 0 time. Wow. Talk about a dime. Connor Jenny, the Titus Hankel home run. Play 1, 7-0 Seahawks, but immediately ECS, they answered. Just 2 plays later, Jack Gates flips to number 82, who is not in the roster, but is very much in the game. Sprinting his way home. We're tied at 7, but we're just getting started. Ensuing kickoff after Silverdale to the toss back. Caleb Kilgore is loose. A kick return touchdown. It's 14-7, but then I blinked. And during my blink, ECS returned the favor. Back-to-back kick return touchdowns, ladies and gentlemen. We have 4 touchdowns on 3 plays from scrimmage. What is going on? Well, whatever it is, it kept going on. Jet sweep to the always dangerous Cody Davenport, too easy. This was probably the most dull play of the day because, yes, ECS, they would just not stop responding in the first quarter. Elliott Caswell, boy, and that number 15, Elliott looking like Ezekiel Elliott, breaking free, and he is gone. There actually was an ECS interception and goal line stand somewhere in this first quarter, but none of this mattered to Davenport and the Seahawks. Gaping hole, and you know where Cody is headed, to the house. Undeniably the most entertaining quarter of football I have ever seen with my own 2 eyes. 49 first quarter points scored between these 2 teams. 62 points scored in total for Silverdale. They just didn't stop scoring. Seahawks pull away from ECS after that, 62-35. Red Bank also opening up the postseason at home. The Region 3 4A champs hosting Macon County. The Lions defense swarming like a pack of lions, forcing and recovering a fumble to put their offense in business, and their offense didn't waste time with the response. Some excellent blocking as Jacoby Sally has been given a free pass to pay dirt, and Sally knows to thank those big fellas. Red Bank strikes first. They lead Macon 10-0 early, but boy, the Tigers went toe-to-toe with the Lions, back and forth, affair close to the end. But Red Bank holds on tight to win a great game, 31-28. Chattanooga Prep hosting Forest out of Chapel Hill, Tennessee, and Chat Prep is doing what they do, putting the ball in number 2's hands and letting him go to work. Marcus Gardner, one of the most exciting players in the state. This was an easy score for him. Give Gardner space or don't, it doesn't matter. Marcus usually finds his way to the house. The Sentinels were making plenty of plays on offense, but Forest was just making more. The Rockets, they were rocketing through the Chat Prep defense. A lot of points put up at Reggie White Field, more of them by Forest. They end the Sentinel season with a 49-36 win. Still ahead, we head back to Sale Creek for a closer look at the Panthers' historic season. Hear from coaches and players who helped turn the program around.
This is the TVFCU Sports Desk.
Welcome back to Sideline Spotlight. Let's head back to Sale Creek. The Panthers not only hosted a playoff game for the first time ever tonight, they won their first playoff game, beating Innovation Academy 39-0. It just adds to what has been a special season for the program. Lily Butler spoke to Panthers players and coaches to see how the Panthers became one of the best teams in our region.
Stillness and quiet is what Sale Creek is used to.
Dear Lord, thank you for the opportunity to be here on the field with my brothers in Christ.
But this Friday, these seats will be full, and the town painted blue.
What happens over there at 7 o'clock on Friday night? Home playoff game.
Head coach Jason Fitzgerald has led the Sale Creek Panthers through their best season in school history.
Guys seeing that it could be done here. Never been done before, but that it could be done.
Which he says started with changing the mindset.
Every place we've been, we've beat somebody we weren't supposed to, and that makes the kids believe that they can do it.
Not only of the team,
Next play, let's go.
but the whole town of Sale Creek.
I want it to hurt when we lose. Seems like when we first got here, it really didn't hurt as much to lose.
I asked players what's made them buy in.
Us winning.
The Panthers' 7-0 start was a popular answer.
And just the confidence that they have now.
Moments like these
When we stopped them, it was the biggest thing that we've ever happened to us.
that got them here
It's pretty much an honor to be a part of this winning season. It's a story season for us.
and has given them a taste of the spotlight.
Walking down the halls, everybody, they give you high fives. They're like, "You ready for Friday?"
Enjoy the experience. But remember, playoff game.
Coach Fitzgerald says the energy in Sale Creek has shifted,
They're kind of feeling the expectations from everybody else and don't want to disappoint.
but sights are set on what happens on this field.
Don't lose focus on what the really important thing is, and that's going to take place at 7 o'clock on Friday nights.
In Sale Creek,
Hey, family on me, family on three. 1, 2, 3, family!
Lily Butler, News Channel 9.
Thank you, Lily. And a huge congrats to the Panthers. You can watch this story again and other Sideline Spotlight feature pieces on newschannel9.com. We look ahead to another college football Saturday here from Alabama as they prepare for longtime rival LSU. That's next.
This is the TVFCU Sports Desk.
We have another huge weekend of college football. Alabama has one of the marquee games tomorrow. They host rival LSU. Alabama is ranked 4th in the playoff rankings. They beat 4 ranked teams in a row earlier this season and handed Georgia their lone loss of the year. However, the Tide did struggle a bit last time we saw them in action. They squeaked out a close win over unranked South Carolina. Bama is coming off a bye and got an extra week of rest. Coach Karen DeBoer says it was much needed as they prepare to face a physical rival like LSU.
This is going to be a physical game. It was last year. I think it always has been. That's the tradition here. You can see what their team is made up of. It's physical players. I think they got elite skill, both offensively and defensively, whether it's coverage or being able to win on the perimeter and the running backs as well.
Alabama LSU is part of a huge triple header here on News Channel 9. First up, BYU Texas Tech at noon. First place is on the line in the Big 12. Then unbeaten Texas A&M takes on Mizzou at 3:30, and the Crimson Tide and Tigers at 7:30. Plus games on Fox Chattanooga and the CW Chattanooga. And you can see UTC take on Furman over on MyNet at noon. Georgia will also be in action. They take on Mississippi State at noon on ESPN. We'll have a closer look at that game and all the big matchups tomorrow on Good Morning Chattanooga all weekend. Well, folks, that's a wrap. Another Sideline Spotlight. We will be back next week as the playoffs kick off in Georgia and round 2 gets underway in Tennessee. You can see all of tonight's scores and highlights at newschannel9.com. Big thanks to you for being here with us for a great playoff edition of Sideline Spotlight. Have a wonderful weekend.